There's really only one way to finish our career in FIFA 23's My Player Career Mode, and that is with the 2030 World Cup, where we look to become a double World Cup winner with England before we get to do our whole journey again with the release of EFC 24 in just over a week's time. Thank you for all the support. It's been thoroughly enjoyable to play through this series, and let's hope we can finish with another World Cup win with England. Welcome back, my friends, to our My Player Career Mode. I hope you're all doing fantastic and having an awesome day. This potentially might be the last time we see us as a player for FIFA 23. All of the World Cup, including the knockout rounds, up until the final, should we make it that far, will be in this episode today. If we do reach the final, that will be its own video in the next episode. So we'll see. Maybe we do have a World Cup final to look forward to. If you missed any of the previous episodes, go back, check them out. You'll see how we finished with PSG. And if you have missed those, then I'm about to spoil it. So yeah, go back and watch them. If you have seen those episodes, though, you'll know we completed the treble with PSG, which leads us nicely into this World Cup, where we've been drawn in a group of Scotland, Morocco, and Canada. So it's a group you'd expect England to top. If we take a look at some of the other groups then, Group A, there it is for you. Some of the games have already been played as well, with Spain and Qatar winning their opening fixtures. Group B, there's that group. Group C, involving Germany, Denmark, Poland, and Australia. Group D, Brazil, Croatia, Ghana, Czech Republic. Of course, we are in E. Group F, France, Ukraine, Mexico, Romania. Group G, Belgium, Italy, China, and Northern Ireland. And then finally, Group H, Argentina, Netherlands, Norway, and Austria. England's opening fixture of this World Cup sees them play against Morocco. It's a game in which we have to start on the bench due to low manager rating with Gareth Southgate. We are 1-0 up in the game after 15 minutes, Phil Foden scoring the goal. And we join as we look to get back into the manager's good books so that we can start the second match of the group stages. Let's see what we can do here in order to change our fortune with the manager. Just noticed as well, we're up against our teammate, Hakimi. He's starting for Morocco at right back, but we don't have to play directly against him because we are playing right wing. I'm pretty sure that England could top the group even if I was to sim the matches here, but we are going to play this one as a corner gets sent in. Scott will find us again. We have got support through Mount. He finds Gelhardt. He finds Foden. And now Scott. And it really should have been 2-0 England. England change. Saka on for Alex Scott. As here is Mount and Bellingham. Mason Mount forward to Saka. Nice. Saka plays it to us. We'll find Alexander-Arnold. He will find Mount. Mount to Saka. I was trying to stay on side. I think I have just managed to do so as we are in the penalty area of Morocco. And it's saved by Ali. Two big chances for England now. The first one falling to Scott. The second one falling to me. Mount to Saka. Gelhardt in front of him. Joe Gelhardt. Now Foden. Foden here looking to get England going again. Reece James into the area of Morocco. Trying to hold off the challenger for Hakimi, who's done really well there to get them back on the ball as they send it forwards. It's one back by England, but this could be dangerous because the break could be on. Ibrahim now then has got options in front of him. We're trying to get back as Male's ball was rushed and Tomori positioned to be able to intercept. And England look like they've got the victory here. Underwhelming, but the result is there. Yes, they could have had a much more dominating display, but at the end of the day, victory is victory. And whilst England didn't really get going in that game, they will, hopefully, in match day 2, and then begin to propel their sort of performances forward from there. Still not quite impressed Gareth enough to return to the starting 11 for England. So as we face Canada here, who beat Scotland in their opening fixture, we will be on the bench once more. Let's take a look at this game. Foden, yet again, scoring the opener and the only goal as we join it. Sancho is the man we replace here for England, as also Reece James is on to replace Tomori. But Foden, so far, the only goal. Canada with it all to do. 25 minutes to play. I can't quite believe the game has done this, but it's put Canada and us both in red. This is incredible. I have no idea who's on whose team here. And I'm pretty certain, I want to say I could have changed this, but I just completely didn't realise that that was what happened. So, my apologies. I guess I'll just show you if anything major happens from this game. I think Canada on the attack, but I'll be honest, Don't know where their options are. That's a great ball through. Oh, it's deserved to be a goal. I was trying to figure out who was the pass options. Now, we can try. And there is a little bit of a difference between the two kits in the aspect that England's does look slightly different. But Canada hit the bar. They were so close to the equaliser. And still with 17 minutes to go, this could still happen for Canada. It could end up being 1-1. Unless England can go forward now. Saka to Foden. Saka continues his run. Phil Foden now then. Left-hand side. Goes back inside. Finds Saka. Saka finds odds. First time shot. 2-0. And is that the game then secured for England? Jonathan David back towards Ross. Now Kone. Forwards. Kolesho, who almost found the equaliser for Canada after he hit the bar. Ball inside. They've hit the post now. They have got so unlucky, Canada, here today. Reece James for England, calming the play down. Now finding the ball forward towards Mason Mount. We've held the width well. Alexander-Arnold gives us the overlap. We're holding our run again. And Trent will play it back as we look to place it. And the ball ricochets into the back of the net. And I think that is that, ladies and gentlemen. I say ricochets. It looked like a slight deflection because the ball didn't travel as quickly as I was hoping. Maybe it just went straight in. Let's have a look at this. Maybe there wasn't a deflection. Well, we do get the shot away. No deflection, just straight in. Placement over power, and it worked. So forget ricochets in. It was directly into the back of Canada's goal. 3-0, game done. Final 30 seconds. Here is Alexander-Arnold. Now Gelhardt to Foden. That will be that then, as Canada beaten by 3-0. They almost got back in the game, hitting the crossbar, and then the post not too long later after we made it 2-0. Then we found our third, and England move on to 2 wins from 2 into the final group stage game now then, as we take on Scotland. After training, we are not quite in the starting 11. I'm kind of regretting neglecting the England training when the international friendlies came around, but I wasn't planning on playing the World Cup, so that's the reason our manager rating dropped so low, but it's okay because we're almost back in the starting 11. As you can see, we are through into the knockout rounds no matter what. Morocco play Canada, we play Scotland, so it's the second place, essentially, that Canada, Morocco and Scotland are all fighting for. So let's see what the result is saying here. Foden again! Seems to be the same story every single time we've played in these group stages. Well, it has been the same story. Foden early goal, we then replace Sancho, and we are leading by a 0-0. Scotland here then. Let me just double check to make sure the kits are okay. So, customise... change kit. So I could have changed the kit against Canada, so I apologise for that. Anyway, Scotland fortunately not wearing the same colour kit as us this time, so no need to change them. Let's get into the game. And as time goes on here in this one, Scotland have to win, remember, to have any hopes of qualifying out of the group. Meanwhile, England, they're pretty much done here. We knew a draw would be enough. We want to win the game, of course, and that is exactly how it's going. But that might mean Scotland become more desperate and start sending more and more players forwards, which could leave them exposed at the back. And here is Turnbull. Good strength to hold off the challenge. Harvey's in. Big chance. Scotland take it. And right on cue, just as I'm saying, Scotland have to go for this. Well, there's a way back in. It is England 1, Scotland 1. And Harvey has got the goal. Turnbull does ever so well here on the edge of the penalty area, holding off the challenge. And then the ball goes through. Harvey makes absolutely no mistake with a wonderful finish. And Scotland still need another, but qualification not out of the cards just yet for them. Space over here for Bowie, as Bowie now then holds off the challenge. Not once, but twice. And finds Harvey! And Harvey! Ramsdale tips round his post. Harvey got his first group stage goal of this tournament. Moments before, when he drew Scotland level, about 10 minutes ago in fact, and he almost got his second there to send Scotland into rapture. Because if he scores, their qualification's back on. Bowie's header, and Ramsdale again is heroic for England, as the break might be on. And we've seen very little from England in this game, as we look to break with pace. Patterson, tired legs. And this is what we've done so often this season for PSG. And England will get their seconds. And it will sink Scotland out of the World Cup. We don't know what's happening with Canada and Morocco, though. So it might not have even been a possibility for Scotland, even if they had have scored from either Harvey or Bowie. but England will get back in front and look to secure victory to make it 3 wins from 3 in the group stages. We saw so many times for PSG this season that type of break work, relying on our pace, getting past Patterson, and the finish was inevitable. Harvey Elliott in the centre of the park finds Foden. Foden looking for Gelhardt. He tried to play me. I wasn't aware of the pass, and McTominay gets there first, but we are just chewing down the clock now until the full-time whistle as White, great ball to Scott. Scott with a nice little back heel as we ball roll inside, looking to place it over the bar, and that is full-time. 2-1 the score here. Morocco beating Canada 3-0 means I think that Morocco have joined us in the knockout rounds. We'll have to get confirmation of that here, but yes, they have. There you go, Morocco. Final group stage match have ended up qualifying. And for the round of 16, we've been drawn against Mexico. USA have already played Qatar, beat them 4-1, so they're through. Denmark have played Croatia, lost by a goal to 0. Croatia are through. Italy will face the Netherlands. Portugal, Spain, great draw. Great draw. Brazil, Germany, France, Morocco, and Argentina will play Northern Ireland. So it is Mexico to advance to the next round. And with no training available to us, we'll have to start on the bench again. Not quite able to get in. Right, here's what I'm going to predict. And it's because it's happened 3 times already. Foden early goal. We join at 1-0 for Sancho. No, not quite this time. Dane Scarlett with a double. We are on to replace Sancho, but Scarlett at the double has put England in a fantastic position to qualify for the last 8. Turning into somewhat of a super sub for England, haven't we, in this tournament? I'm hoping that after this game, though, good performance here will put us back into the manager's plans for the starting 11. Alexander-Arnold giving us the run here. We work so well with him for this England setup, don't we? As we cut inside, and I was potentially looking to shoot, but just couldn't get the space to do so. We'll find Chilwell instead, who now works his way into the Mexico penalty area, putting it back for Foden. There's 3 for England. And it is lovely stuff from England to get their 3rd. Phil Foden sweeps home what was a fantastic move. Chilwell does well, gets that touch, finds the ball back in. Foden finishes. Mexico now then need 4 goals to win, 3 to tie and take this to extra time, which is looking unlikely with the time that we've got left, but certainly not impossible. Here is Jonah into the area. Ramsdale, big moment, big save. Jonah's effort looked speculative, but it caused Ramsdale some problems. Jimenez inside to Ortega, and he's got a pass here to Vega. No offside flag. Ramsdale out quickly to close the angle down, and that sort of made Vega kind of lose where he was looking to finish, because in all honesty, he didn't really put it in the corner, his effort, and that was why Ramsdale was able to save. As I run into trouble there, trying to get past Diego Lainez. Mexico, though, is some good opportunities here to try and find a way back into the game. Ramsdale saving 2 of them, though. The only 2 they've had, really, as Gelhardt's moved forwards. There's that ball towards his feet. Great touch into space. Now finds Scott. Scott here to play it to myself as we get a 4 for England. Selfless by Alex Scott. I'll try and run over to celebrate with him. It's another for this campaign that we've had in the World Cup, even though we've been on the bench. He's run all the way back, Alex Scott. I couldn't celebrate with him, unfortunately. But yeah, thanks to him. Selfless play. And goalkeeper never really got set when that ball found me. Easy finish. Final few moments now then. England in control of the game here. Looking to find a 5th. Joe Gelhardt will find it. And there you go. It is a rout in the round of 16 from England. We await our quarter-final opponents. Not sure who it's going to be, but looking forward to it. And the run will continue. And fingers crossed, we've done enough in this game to get back into the starting 11 for that quarter-final. Full-time whistle sounded. Confirmation of the results here. Let's find out who it's going to be in the quarters then. Following this training, we do make it back into the starting 11 for the quarter-final draw, which has been made. And we will take on Italy, my friends, in the quarters. Let's take a look at the other ties, see what happened in the round of 16. So, Italy beat the Netherlands 2-0. Portugal knocked out Spain, 2-0 there. Brazil knocked out Germany, 2-1. France beat Morocco 3-0. And Argentina beat Northern Ireland by 3-1, which means the quarterfinal looks like this. USA play Croatia. Portugal take on Brazil. France play Argentina. So, if I'm right in thinking this, which I imagine it'll be whoever wins out of us will play the USA or Croatia, Whoever wins out of Portugal, Brazil will play France, Argentina. And then, of course, it runs there to the final. So that's my guess, because that's the way it's set up here, right? USA play Qatar, and they're playing the winner of Croatia, Denmark. We're playing the winner of Italy, Netherlands. Likewise, on this side, Portugal taking on Brazil and France taking on Argentina. That's what I imagine it's working like. So let's see if it does actually play out that way. But first, we've got to get past Italy. A place in the semi-finals at stake for one of these two sides. Team news is in. England captained by Jude Bellingham. Meanwhile, Sandro Tonali captains Italy. We start our first game of this World Cup campaign, and Donnarumma starts in goal for Italy, our club teammate at PSG. Let's hope he doesn't have a good game here today. There is an electric atmosphere inside the ground ahead of this one, and we are moments away from kickoff. England, Italy. Who will be through? Alexander-Arnold into our feet. We'll play to Alex Scott. As here is Bellingham. Lovely from Jude Bellingham. He gets away from the challenge. Now Joe Gelhardt. We are into Italy's penalty area. Bellingham in the middle. There he is. And England take the lead after 7 minutes. It's the skipper who started it all off for England. The man who has such a big future in real world football. And Jude Bellingham has just put England ahead. Donnarumma, we've seen this look from him at PSG at times when his defence just don't pick up the runners, and you've got to question, where on earth are Italy's defence? Because we had so much space, so much freedom down the right-hand side as we cut the ball back, and Bellingham from close range. There is nothing that Donnarumma can do to prevent him finishing the lovely England move, which he started. And what a start it is then for us. Tonali, space opened up for Bruno. He'll find Chiesa. Now Tonali again. Sandro Tonali to the edge of the area. Parisi joining the attack from full back. Italy here have to put the ball in. Otherwise, they will waste this chance. Bruno now then, sent to the centre. He can try and play it back for Barella. At the moment, though, there is no way through this resilient England defence for Italy. Calabria now finds Chiesa. Back. Lovely football. Offside flag goes up. They created it well, but offside given. Yellow card as well here for one of the Italian players, Bruno, who's picked up that yellow card. And following England's opener, Italy have responded well, but as of yet, haven't really been able to test Ramsdale as Foden has it. Now Scott. He's got Gelhardt in front of him, but he finds Bellingham instead. And now Chilwell. England looking to calm things down a little bit here. Chilwell left-hand side, back to Foden. Forward to Scott. Scott to the middle. Control is brilliant. Finish exceptional. England are 2 to the goods. And with 8 minutes to go until half-time, Italy really up against it now. Ball in from Scott. Controlled here. And then the right-footed finish past the on-rushing Gianluigi Donnarumma, who, again, there's very little he can do. He's got to try and close the angle down. But when we're in that position, you expect us to finish. And Italy are now well and truly up against it, as I said. Chiesa, Bruno, back is Bellingham. Wonderful work from England's captain. Italy had a lot more of possession in this half. I think they've had 66% of the ball here tonight. But it's England who are causing them problems, as once again, we drive down the right. That time, though, the cross was not great. Bastoni will get there. Mount sends it further forward. Now Alex Scott on the turn, falls for Gelhardt. Donnarumma catches with ease. That is half-time, but England in cruise control in this first 45. And if it stays like this, we're heading to a semi-final of the World Cup. Don't believe we've seen any changes at half-time for England. Not sure if Italy have made any, though. And they could really use some, because that first half from them was a little bit flat, you could say. So I'm sure the boss has had his words, and I'm sure we'll see a different Italian side in this second half. Bruno's ball over the top, looking for the run of Chiesa, who almost gets there. Tomori does brilliantly, though. And now England can play their way forwards. Again, we don't have a lot of the ball in this game, but it's what we do with it when we do. Felt there was a little foul there, because you saw my player get a little bit shrugged off the ball, and then that led to me ended up taking a big touch. The referee has not seen it, though, and allows play on. Maybe I'm clutching at straws, but even so, it leads to an Italian chance. Ramsdale saves, corner ball, so my mistake. Should have held onto the ball a lot better. Chiesa into the area. Out to the left for Cancellieri. Now Barella goes for a speculative shot from distance. It's blocked by Scott. Another shot comes through. Chilwell in the way of this one, though. Pressure mounting for Italy. This is good for them. Not great for England, though. Here is Gelhardt. To his left is Scott. Scott now then still has work to do to find the chance. Foden and Scott combine. Scott finds us. Turn on the left side. It's 3-0 England. And that could be game, set, and match, my friends. Italy with a couple of consecutive corners. That's what that word means. Well done, me. Italy with consecutive corners. Ended up losing the ball. We broke. There was still a lot of work to be done to find the chance, though. And when the ball finds us from Alex Scott, cut inside on that favoured left foot. And then it is lights out for Italy because you knew what was coming. 3-0 England. And whilst I may have scored twice and set up one goal today, I've got to give a shout out to, for me, the best player on the pitch, Jude Bellingham. Absolutely sensational. He's covered every blade of grass. He's made challenges when we've needed him to win back possession for England. And he's just been a staple in that midfield for us here. And Italy, well, as they hit the post, Chiesa, that sums up their day really, doesn't it? Sums up how it's gone for them in this quarter-final. They might still get another chance here. Tonali to Zaniolo. The ball is in the net, but he's offside and it will not count. I mean, it's one of those days for Italy. But as I say, special shout-out to Jude Bellingham, who, for me, has to be player of the match. Sensational all around today. And there you go, confirmation that Zaniolo is, in fact, offside. Goal does not stand. Alexander-Arnold, as we are into the final minute of the game now. Oh, Parisi got there first. I should have gone to the ball there from Alexander-Arnold, my mistake, but we are into the final few seconds now. Chiesa taking them forwards, but it will not matter for Italy, and England do book their spot in the semi-finals. We are one stage away, my friends, from ending FIFA 23's My Player Career Mode with a World Cup final. And judging by how we played here today, we were phenomenal all around. I don't see why we can't make that final. Massive credit and congratulations to USA, who knock out Croatia by 2-1 and advance to the semi-finals. Portugal beating Brazil and Argentina beating France means the semi-final draw looks like this. We play USA, Portugal take on Argentina. So, yeah, full credit. Congratulations to USA, but unfortunately, we have to knock you out to get to the final. It's just the way it is. I was curious to see as well what the groups looked like and who sort of finished third and fourth and didn't actually qualify out of their group. And as I scroll through this, you'll see in a moment, Belgium ended up finishing third. So they did not qualify out of Group G, having Northern Ireland and Italy qualifying. And Group H, Norway, which means Haaland played no part in the knockout rounds because the Netherlands and Argentina advanced out of Group H. And obviously the round of 16, we saw those draws being played. We saw how it went. Quarterfinals as well, you've previously just seen there. So ultimately, USA, it's a big job for them tonight to knock out England. England will be favourites, but let's see what the USA side looks like. And there it is on your screen, captained by Weston McKennie. 4-3-3 holding, meanwhile 4-3-3 attack from England. McKennie, ball through, Pepe on the charge. Out comes Ramsdale, Pepe trying to find the ball though. And in the end, England will deal with it as we've got a chance to run at Busio. And we're away from him as well. Gelhardt to my left. There is the ball for Joe Gelhardt. Gelhardt turns inside. Joe Gelhardt! England 1, USA 0. And after the USA nearly had a chance to take the lead, Joe Gelhardt smashes England in front. And England in the red today, USA in the white. We know what's at stake. There's a place in the final of the World Cup and neither side want to get knocked out at this crucial time. One step away from the biggest game of many of these players' lives. And USA, well, Ramsdale came sprinting out of his goal, didn't get near the ball, and the pass went inside. It was one back by England, and a swift break later, Joe Gelhardt puts us in front. Clark towards Ngoma. Ngoma, what a ball. What a ball that looks like it could be. Pepe trying to get on the end of it. Ben White gets to it first, though. Alexander-Arnold back to Ramsdale. Ramsdale trying to play it out. It's conceded. And England have themselves to blame, and Clark should have scored. Ramsdale gifting a chance over to USA, and Clark, who tries to bend his effort with the left foot, sees it go narrowly wide. Ramsdale's blushes are spared. It's been a very interesting opening half an hour here. Conceded possession USA there. Stepped in was Ben White to win it back. Bellingham combining passing with Mason Mount. But after half an hour, we've seen the goal go in from Joe Gelhardt. We've seen Clark nearly find the equaliser for USA. Here is Gelhardt finding Scott. Scott on the turn! Trying to find that corner just a little bit too wide of the post. And out for a goal kick. So, yeah, as the first half goes, there are only 2 chances for England. 1 for USA. Been fairly quiet for this semi-final, but England do have the lead as things stand. Injury to Foden, not good. Scott, found by Gelhardt. Now Alexander-Arnold will peel off here and Give him a better option towards the edge of the penalty area as we shift onto the left side. Oh! Sometimes you just got to hit them. And sometimes you hit them so sweetly, they nestle in the top corner. England 2, USA 0. And it is probably the goal of the tournament for us. And England fans are loving it. I said, it's been a close sort of half an hour into the halftime whistle as we almost are there now. But the scoreline at the break will read USA 0, England 2. Second half underway. 3 shots for England in the first half, 1 for USA. The score reading 2-0 at the moment. England nearly in that final now. Chilwell! We said about our goal being outrageous. This is delicious. Can you describe a goal as delicious? I don't know. What a volley from Chilwell. The technique on this is incredible. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. England are so good. Man, what a goal, Chilwell. 3-0. Surely we're there. And everything this season, all the stars have aligned. The Champions League final victory, the treble with PSG, and potentially becoming a World Cup double winner with England before we go to EFC 24. Oh, I can't thank you enough for all your support in the series. And I am loving every single second of this game right here. 2 unreal strikes. And we don't seem like we're done there. As Alex Scott, one back by Richards. Let's get another, my friends. Alexander-Arnold on the overlap. There he is. Now Gelhardt back to Trent. Trent's ball through. Richards intercepts. Almost managing to find England another chance. Pepe, Pulisic. Pepe ahead of him. Has to go back though, Pulisic. And when England do lose the ball, we are relentless at times, trying to win it back straight away. Alexander-Arnold though, that's White with a poor pass. Straight to Weston McKennie. McKennie can find Clark. And Clark will punish England. We saw their only chance of the first half came from a Ramsdale mistake. We got away with that one, and this one was by Ben White. We're not going away with it again. Clark this time, no mistake with a finish. And USA now maybe have a chance. Their fans believe. Do the players believe? They do need another 2 to draw level, but there's certainly time in the game to do so. Alexander-Arnold now towards Mount. Quick 1-2s between the two of them. Ball forward is on, as he will find me. And now Scott taking the ball in his stride. Alex Scott with Gelhardt to his left. We've also made a run into a central area. Scott towards the byline, cuts it back, finds Joe Gelhardt. Gelhardt now finds Bellingham! 4-1 England. Back with a 3-goal advantage. And just like that, England turn it on. Jude Bellingham with another in these knockout rounds. 2 additional minutes by the referee as England have it now then. We've been given space here. We'll use it. Scarlett. Richards gets there with a challenge, but that is full time. England make the final. And we have a World Cup final to look forward to then, my friends. A chance to become a double World Cup winner and win England their 3rd of all time. It'll be really interesting to see who gets through to the final between Portugal and Argentina, because remember, we are so much into the future that Portugal are without Ronaldo, Argentina are without Messi. So, yeah, traditionally, you know, those two would have been the big talking points of this game, but now they no longer are players. It's going to have to be somebody else to be the hero for either side. So we'll advance today through and see who it will be in that final, but we will not be playing it today. That will be on Sunday or Monday for all of you lovely people. So there you go. I mean, why on earth would I be playing a friendly with PSG when I'm on international duty? It just wouldn't happen, would it? So let me skip the day forwards. It's Portugal in the final for us. So, yeah, it will be England-Portugal to decide the World Cup. After Portugal knocked out Argentina by 1-0, the 3rd place has now been played as well. Argentina have won that against USA by 2-1. Do want to look and see at this Portugal side, though, who are the marquee players for them. Well, actually, I've just remembered there's a certain someone in this Portugal starting 11 that I imagine will play. The man who carried us for so long in this season and helped me lift the Champions League trophy. You know exactly who I'm talking about. He's there on your screen now with 4 goals in 6. It's our PSG teammate, Rafael. To win the World Cup with England, we have to beat Rafael's Portugal. Friends become enemies, it feels like, for this final. That's a talking point on his own. I mentioned Ronaldo, I mentioned Messi. Well, what about Wood against Leao? And just looking through as well, again, João Felix. Who is this guy? Alexandre Mendes, 90 overall. So left-hand side, they got Leao. Then they're probably going to play with Felix at right wing, if they play a 4-3-3 this is. Then Mendes at striker. Jota's there as well. I mean, you can see how they've made the final. Some very incredible players on their team. But England as well will be confident. You know, we've played unreal throughout this World Cup campaign so far. We've scored goals for fun. In fact, if we take a look at the two top scorers, actually no, Foden was one of the top scorers, but as you can see there, Garnacho now is for Argentina in second. We've scored 7 in 6. Foden has 4 in 6. So this is going to make a big end to our FIFA 23 My Player Career Mode. I say it a lot, but I cannot thank you enough for all of your support. Hopefully you're excited for the Wood versus Leao battle. England against Portugal. It's the World Cup final. It's coming at you very soon in the next episode. The final one of this series before we welcome in EFC 24 and do all of this journey again, which hopefully will be as enjoyable and entertaining for all of you lovely people to watch. Until next time, stay safe, have a great day, have a great evening, look after each other, and I'll catch you all back here again very soon. Adios!